Peace, love, family. What's going on? Caught you raw. Yeah, make me another video tonight. Yeah, so I just did my libations. Got my drink. Got my copper cup. Makes everything more powerful. Buy a copper cup. Get one. It really energizes everything you drink from. Copper. So yes. Matter of fact, hold up. So yeah, man. What's the topic for today? What's the topic? What's the topic for today? Let's get into it. All right. So, about to go into this book right here, the Serpent of Wisdom book. Talk about Shiva, Lord Shiva, right here. Talk about Shiva. Why he sits like this? You know, he sits like this while you're doing yoga stance. But why he sits like this? Why he sits on a rug with a cat? You know, why he have a coil snake around his neck, and why he have the trident? You know, why he got the moon on his head. You know, all this is symbolic. People look at this and say, you know, and why is he blue? And people be like, oh, they don't recognize with me. He's not African, whatnot. But people are missing the point. It's a symbolism. You got to look at the symbolism. So the symbolism is, you know, in order to facilitate the merger of Shiva. Now this was the Nagas. The Nagas, the original India. You know, not Indians, but you know, people from India were black, were dark skin, and they were called the Nagas, and they had long lock hair like this. All right, and they meditated and they made this, you know, and also Jesus would be also something similar to yoga, to using Kundalini meditation, healing people, and go around touching people, and that would be a form of Reiki, using the God ray or the heaven's energy to heal people. All right, so the symbolic figure sits historically immersed in a meditative trance, symbolizing Shiva transcending nature. All right, while wearing and sitting upon a tiger skin, and this symbolized the animal of the solar spirit. So you know, like you see the woman riding on the beast, something like that, that is conquering over the human nature of man. You're sitting on top of the animal, holistic nature of mankind, which is you, in this skin that we're in. That's why it's called the beast. The 666, that's why it's called the beast. The skin that we're in. So you're in this twin. He sits down in this trance, you know, to sit in peace, sit in silence. You know, when you're sitting down in a trance, you're in peace. You're in peace mode. You're in silence. You're not trying to hear anything else other than the higher noise, higher self above. So, and Lord of Yoga, also possess the matted locks, strands of Rudrakshasa beads, a trident symbolizing the three powers of the spirit, the number 3, you know, the whole Trinity, the 3. That's why you see. What's the dude's name? In Greek, Poseidon, you know, you see all those people with the tridents always with 3. That's symbolic for the 3. Number 3 is goes into the creation. but you can't have creation without three. You, yourself, and I, me, myself, and I, the son, father, the mother, stuff like that. The three is a powerful number. So that's what that is. That's why you see him with a trident, with a three-pointed trident, and he got a drum, symbolizing the sound of vibration of the universe. So that's why I said it's a universe. Uni means one, verse means a song. It means a song. So a verse. You rap, you know how people, if you play music or anything, if you rap, freestyle, you know what a verse is. So it's uni is, like uno, uni is one. So the universe is all one song. It's all one vibration. That's why, the 144, you break that down, you get 1200. I was saying that before, each zodiac sign, vibration, it all has a signature. So that's what that is. It's a signature. It's a sound. Us as Africans, we love drums. We love hitting on something. We love banging on something. So we always going to hear that sound that gets us pumped up. That's why if you see our tribes, our people who are still in their native land, they're banging on drums. They're dancing. They're getting a crump. Getting a crump is also crunk is a thing that invokes it brings out the anger. It brings out the warrior. All those are spiritual dances. People do this in church too. People do this in church too. They get the music, well, some churches don't have the drums. I know when I was little, I didn't the churches that I grew up in, they didn't have drums. It was a white people church. And I could not get into that. I was like, where's the music? Where's the sounds? The drums? I always was like that as a kid. I was like, nah, I can't get into this. Where's the sound? Where's the music? It just was piano. And then once everyone got finished, they say amen. There's no hand clapping. Hand clapping is a sound wave too. I mean, at least clap or do something, but you couldn't. It was a Seventh-day Adventist white church growing up in. There was no drums, nothing like that. So I couldn't really get into that music, like no, none of that. I always had to hit on something. Here's some type of sound, waves, banging, going left or right through the eardrums. There you go, eardrums. Boom, 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 boom. It's a vibration. So if there's nothing hard-headed banging, there's no creation, no type of strong creation sound that you can really strive on. So that's what that is. That's why we dance and sing and can get really hypnotized to the bass, to the rhythm. We need rhythm. Everything needs rhythm. People have rhythm and sex too. So rhythm and sex, rhythm and just about anything. So let's see. And then, he sits cross-legged high upon the summit of his sacred mountain, Mount Kailas. I think I said that correctly. Kailas. Symbolizing Shiva above at the summit of the human body. So, a mountain is always symbolizing the being at the highest point. Just like Mounts Olympus, you got all these different mountains. You got even in the Bible, you got Mount Sinai, you got Mount Zion, all this stuff. All they're representing the higher conscious mind, reaching above. All the gods always sit on high mountains. That's why they call it goats. Goats sit on mountains. That's why this is a goat right here. Goats sit on mountains. Sheep settle down at the bottom, so the goats look over the sheeps. So that's what that is right there. I just put a Bible verse about the goats being a priest. The goats are the priests. The goats are the priests. You gotta. Jesus would be considered the white goat, and his counterpart Lucifer or devil, whatever you want to call it, will be the black goat. It's still goats. So the goats are the ones who hold the knowledge, basically. So when you see them like this, sitting down, that's what that is. That's what this is when you meditate. You hold your beads in your hand. You hold your beads. You're making some type of sound, or also how you're trying to use that. That's a tool, just like this is a tool to help you get to where you need to be. And then, of course, the snake around his neck, curling around. Let me see. Well, the serpent always represents the one. The serpent's always been used for knowledge, for the womb, for the woman, for cosmic knowledge, for shedding the skin, for rebirth. That's what the snake is for, basically, rebirth. So you got to go through the room, the womb, the woman's womb, just like what Jesus was saying. And, got to go back into her womb, get baptized, be rebirthed. That's what the snake does. The snake sheds its skin and gets a new skin. We shed our skin too, in a way. So we always constantly rebirthing and dying and becoming brand new. So after years of practice, this expert who fully merged with the Lord of Yoga, I'm not sure where I'm at. Kind of skip ahead of myself. Doing their practice. Okay, now this is talk about the Nagas practice and using their symbol of Shiva for their practice of yoga. So I have to basically try to figure out where I'm at in here. But I just was wanting to describe what this is with the Nagas becoming the androgynous Lord of Yoga. Androgynous being, because Shiva and Kali are androgynous because they have merged. It's the Kundalini energy combining into one curl. There's a story. I think it's in here, but it was describing when you see Shiva, most times she disappears to turn to Lord. When you see Kali, and most men who are heavy in the patriarchal system, Kali may turn to Shiva, because they'll represent themselves accordingly to how you will react. So I have to find where that's at in this book, but yeah, it's quite interesting. But that's the reason why you see them like that when people meditate. When they hold their hands in certain positions, these are ways to center or control, or bring in center the power of your yoga stance. These are hand mantras, and each finger connects to a different nervous system in your body. So that's why you see most people, they may do this or they do this, different hand gestures. You can buy a book about hand gestures and mantras that can help you connect to your body in different ways. Now, actually, that's another book I want to buy. But that is what I want to talk about. Just something random, I know, just something random. But most people, they see these images, they never actually break them down. So I just wanted to break that down to you, and tell you what that was about. So that is it. That's him, and this is this book. I love this book. It's a wonderful book. The Return of the Serpent of Wisdom. Got everything talking about all the ancient people who use serpents as symbolism of wisdom, and just about everything use serpents. Matter of fact, here's the image I was talking about, that on the woman in the womb post I made. There you go, right there, the egg and the serpent. So you can't get away from that. That symbolism of the egg and the serpent. And I may have to make me another video too, because somebody was like, "Where you get all your information from?" Well, look, the divine mind, the primitive serpent. The primitive serpent was the divine mind and architect. Now, when it says divine, it's talking about a woman. All right. And the architect could be the man, the male and female. The Greek Gnostics recognized the architect of the universe and the wisdom of God to be embodied in the goddess Sophia, a creatress who appeared to Adam and Eve as a serpent on the tree in the Garden of Eden. The practitioners of voodoo pay homage to their serpent creator, Damballa, while acknowledging him to be the divine mind and grand cosmic architect of the universe. And then you get the Mesopotamia, the embodiment of the divine mind and architect of the universe was the water dragon Ea, or Unki, the god of wisdom. Ea, home to cosmic water, was the Apsu, meaning the dwelling place of the knowledge. So the Apsu will be the universe above. So the divine. So that's what that is. Like, you can't get away from that. The whole symbolism of the serpent, and everyone uses the serpent in all religion. So, and it's just symbolic. It's all just symbolism. I'll be telling y'all, when you talk about these things, people get wrapped up in the whole image, but don't get the whole symbolism of it. So, but yeah, that's about it. But thank you for watching. I'm gonna put this on my YouTube page. I'll share it on my Facebook, and then always like, share, and subscribe. It's kind of late, people sleeping. Once usually I'll be loud and pumped, but I try to keep it a little bit low toned. People trying to be asleep, so I'm not outside at the moment. It is hot still. It is nighttime. It's still hot. Yo, I'm not complaining though. Burn the false ones out of here. Burn them up. Burn them up. All right, Kachira. Toasts to the gods and goddesses and ancestors, man.